Hey, what's going on, guys? Zach here with Triple Take Podcast. Welcome back. This week, we've got some pretty cool things to talk about. We've got a whole bunch of trailers to get through. Thunderbolts was our movie of the week, and then we're going to go ahead and get into a discussion topic about Darth Vader. So go ahead, stick around, check it out.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Triple Take. May as well be called Double Take, though. It's Zach and I this week. Zach, hello, how are you?
Doing good. It's been a day.
I always ask you how you are. Would you ever say if it's bad?
No, actually, I think that is a horrible thing to get into. Here's a rule of life, folks, for those of you watching. Okay. If somebody actually asks you, how are you doing, and you respond with anything other than, it's fine, or doing good, nobody actually cares about your problems. I'm sorry.
Oh, very true, very true.
Don't tell me I don't want to get into a trauma dump with you. Just tell me it's good and let's keep on moving.
It's not an invitation. It's just words.
Yeah, so anyways, it's going fine.
Have you ever seen that clip from, do you know Abbott Elementary? It's the ABC show.
No.
When some guy guest stars and he's like introduced to the cast and he's like, hey, how are you, or whatever, and the guy's like, hey, you're really good, and the guy's like, hey, I'm gonna let you out of this because I know that you are uncomfortable and don't want to be a part of this. And he's like, I actually really appreciate that, thank you. And then like, that's it.
No, yeah. I never saw that.
More people should do that. Yeah,
Stop trauma dumping on people.
No one really wants to talk to anybody.
No, I just want to go home and sit on my couch is what I really want to do.
That's absolutely true. Yo, dude, not a whole lot of news or I guess interesting news that happened this week.
We have one piece of news that I'm surprised by and another piece of news that I didn't think I'd ever see.
Okay, well,
I'm going to go with the first piece of news, which I never thought that I would ever see, and that apparently is that A$AP Rocky apparently auditioned for Lando Calrissian in Solo.
I mean, the only thing you really do at this point is imagine him in the role that, I mean, everyone knows Donald Glover got that role.
Yeah. Killed it in that role, by the way.
Yeah, I don't think it could have been done better, especially by, no offense to you, Mr. A$AP.
No, actually, a little bit of offense. Sorry.
Always strive and prosper. That's what that stands for.
Who do you think you are?
Yeah, I think wait, what?
No.
Talking to me?
No. A$AP Rocky.
I thought we were fighting.
Stay in your lane. Stay in your lane, brother.
Yeah, like would he have just like would he rap at some point on the Millennium Falcon?
I feel like if he didn't rap, he'd be doing a disservice.
He's just freestyling while playing sabacc.
Why not?
I think because, is there rapping in Star Wars?
No.
We found out this week that there's reality TV in Star Wars. Did you know that?
There is reality TV in Star Wars. However, there is not rapping.
Thank you, Andor.
Yes. I'm not caught up.
So this is not a spoiler, but I have to mention, I really, really like the way that they handled like news interviews, like on location stuff. This big event is happening behind me, but I got a press pass, so they're not going to kill me. That's essentially what was happening.
Oh, nice. Okay.
But the camera was just like this floating robot, which is what I assume would happen in a faraway galaxy a long time ago.
Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, actually. It was just like showing the news coverage of like something that was happening and how the actual events were misconstrued and essentially manipulated. So, everyone please, in the comments, make fun of him, his appearance, and get him to watch the new episodes. Please catch up.
Oh, me?
Yes,
yeah.
you.
Sure.
Make fun of Stripes, too, please.
Actually, make fun of Stripes more. He isn't caught up. He's actually worse off than I am, I think.
He might be through 3.
What I will say is that what I really like is when a show either dumps the entire thing on me at once and I get to just binge it in like a weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Or you give me they did with WandaVision, which is they gave you 3 episodes at the beginning and then it was an episode a week. This, I feel like I'm never really caught up because I've just been so busy with other things that I've got going on. I just finished episode 6 on Tuesday night. So, like, then immediately after I finished episode 6, you sent a text to the group chat that was like, holy cow, that's crazy. And in episode 6, there was something crazy that happened, and I was like, I really liked how What's-Her-Face put him in his place for killing a girl. You know what I mean? That was dope.
In episodes for killing which girl?
I'm
trying to think what happens in episode 6. Honestly, 6 or 7 through 9 is some of the craziest TV I've watched in a long time.
Okay.
And
one second here.
It kind of puts everything else that has happened to that point to shame. I'm trying to think what happens in episode 6. What?
The girl's girlfriend dies.
Oh, yes.
And then she's like, you will never amount to anything close to her.
Oh, okay. Puts in places light work. Yeah, she
demolishes
breaks that man's soul.
Yeah, you'll never forget this. You'll never be anything but half of what she was. I mean, she was a warrior.
Yeah, I mean,
and you're a groveling little child.
Without spoiling anything, he directly disobeys an order.
It's his fault.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
It's his fault.
And I don't know, to an extent, I think he probably would have got it handled. Then there's
Vel,
just
her name is Vel Sartha. That's the girl just absolutely putting this little kid in his place.
Yeah, Mon Mothma's cousin.
Yeah, and when I say little kid, he's a grown adult who just makes a really dumb choice.
He's being a weenie, though.
But hey, let's get to that in a second. The second piece of news that I am shocked by is that Thunderbolts debuted with only 76 million.
You say only like that's a small number.
But it didn't beat out Brave New World.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
I'm shocked because of just how much anticipation and lead up and hype they were building for this.
Honestly, actual quality marketing.
And they actually did a good job. I thought that everything that looked promising about Brave New World was just you get to see a Red Hulk.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all they had marketing wise for it. But
which, amounted to. Did you ever watch that?
No, I tried to watch on Disney Plus, but it's not there yet.
No, I think we're a month away from that.
Yeah, they said it comes out middle of this month or something.
They did the classic movie marketing, I want to say trope, but we got dragged for using that word incorrectly, I guess, last time, which is not true. We didn't.
Because I said trope?
Yeah, a guy on TikTok was like, that's not what trope means.
You're wrong.
Actually, and then I was like, okay, enlighten us. He's like, Google is free. I was like, okay, it sounds like you just don't know what trope means.
Yeah, you're wrong. If you see this again,
you're wrong.
Clip it. Fuck that guy.
But they show the same scene over and over and over again, and then the amount of action that's shown in that clip for the marketing is the amount of action that's actually in the movie. You see Red Hulk for a grand total of 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, and the trailers make it seem as if Red Hulk is an actual problem.
He's swapping back and forth like Banner left and right. It's just that is not how it happened.
But no, I'm shocked that Thunderbolts did not beat out Brave New World.
I think maybe
that it didn't.
Is it possible that Brave New World kind of killed the opening for this because it was not that great? People are like, oh, I have no faith now.
See, but that's the thing, though, is that, everything that I saw about this movie is that, it debuted as, the number, 2 or 3 Rotten Tomatoes score Marvel movies of all time. 94%, and just for reference,
I think that's whittled
Black Panther
down
was
now.
96. So,
it's definitely not at that anymore.
No.
But I think I want to say
80s.
It's 80 something.
But I'm just surprised with how much of this we're back thing that we kept hearing. I'm shocked that it didn't go a little bit bigger.
Yeah. So
also because our viewing was packed.
Yeah.
Both times that I went, I saw it twice. Packed.
Oh, you did end up going Saturday?
Yeah, packed house.
Did you IMAX both?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
Packed.
Well, 88% Rotten Tomatoes, 94% popcorn. So shout out to audience loving it. Apparently, there's a lot of depressed people out there that relate to this movie.
Yeah,
get some help. Go to therapy.
That's sad, but yeah, it's fine.
It was a kind of shocking / disconcerting that so many people were like, "I needed this movie." It's 2.5 hour piece of media is really what you needed to turn your life around. That's unfortunate for you.
Yeah, it sounds like you should make better decisions.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to hate on your mental stuff that you got going on, but I don't think throwaway Avengers characters is the way to fix it.
Yeah, I almost feel like
Disney.
If you're getting what you need from your mental health from a Disney movie, specifically a Marvel one, maybe look inward further.
No, that's where the void is.
That's
we
where
can't
the void
go
is.
there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, from from the mental health perspective, I thought it was a good movie. I thought they touched on some pretty adult themes. Pretty
They definitely did.
Which was I enjoyed. I mean, it was refreshing in that regard. Yeah, but it's gotten this kind of weird trauma worship kind of.
Yeah, there's
am I explaining it correctly?
I hate to say the word trope again, but it's almost like everyone now is like, things are so bad and let's like everyone's miserable.
Yeah.
You
Which,
know?
whether that's true or not,
I don't know.
I
I
don't
think
know.
everyone wants to say that they're more sad than they are. I don't
yeah.
know.
Oh, I think it's popular to be like, I have things that I struggle with.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You're
But
not
yeah.
special.
No,
I don't
you're
care.
not. Bob is special.
Bob is
That's
special.
who's special.
Yeah. Hey, let's talk about some trailers.
Yeah, we got 4 this week. Golly gee. Now You See Me 3. Now You See Me, Now You Don't. Man, that freaking sucked, man. It looks bad. Which is so unfortunate because I love the other 2. They're not good movies, but they sure are fun.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with the other movies. This one I feel like you only think is not looking as good because they have the new characters in it and they're like kids, kind of.
Yeah,
And that I don't
No,
like that.
I
don't like that either.
I like the one guy, the wizard guy from Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, I can't think of his name. Something Smart. Am I? Unless I'm going.
Oh, apparently Mark Ruffalo is cast in this movie. By
Justice
the way.
Smith. I love him.
You like him, okay? So, anyways, Now You See Me. This will be the 3rd in the series. I was a little bit disappointed that they brought back Isla Fisher.
Mm-hmm.
I liked What's Her Face better myself, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Woody Harrelson, Dave Franco, and Jesse Eisenberg. I think they have really good on-screen chemistry.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking forward to just seeing what it's about. And of course, you get Morgan Freeman and you get Daniel Radcliffe back to do the damn thing.
I thought that Radcliffe was good. It's one of his better roles besides like Swiss Army Man,
Mm-hmm.
where he's not a wizard. Oddly enough, this is more magic, which I think is funny. The dude can't get away from sleight of hand and wands and shit.
Yeah.
Have you seen any like of the theories with like Woody Harrelson's character?
No.
So like I guess most of the characters besides him you can kind of chalk up to like an acquired skill, like something that you can practice and like just like really good at sleight of hand.
Really good at sleight of hand, or really good at playing cards,
Yes.
or like throwing cards.
He's you could become dead or bullseye or dead shot or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
His is the only character that's like that might actually be magic what he's doing.
He might actually have some kind of a power.
He's
Also, crazy enough, has a twin brother who's just as good at it, if not better.
Don't like that part of the movie at all.
No, that was a terrible part of the movie.
It's like, this is what we're doing? This is some Dwayne The Rock Johnson crap. I don't want to see this at all.
I don't like it. Anyways, I'm excited to see it. I think these movies are probably pretty fucking cheap to make, and so they keep making them because they're definitely not like blockbuster crazy, see twice in theaters, amazing movies. They're just fun, and I really liked the first one. I thought the second one was fine, and this one is going to be fine too.
Yes, aggressively even.
Yeah, aggressively fine. Anyways, hey, how about Weapons with Josh Brolin and Julia Garner?
I don't like the way you said his name, Josh Brolin. But yes.
It's not Brolin?
No.
Brolin?
Like, is there like Josh Brolin? Julia Garner?
Okay. Anyways, sorry. I guess I'm just wrong about everything today.
That's I'm no disagreement there.
I thought
this is it's scary. I'm not watching this.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. Okay, so
it reminds me of Prisoners. Have you seen Prisoners?
Yes.
Ugh.
That's
a sweater.
I saw on Instagram the reel for this, like a trailer for this movie, and I didn't notice the like title or anything with it. I just saw like essentially a whole bunch of kids just like go missing in the middle of the night, and
but they're all from the same.
They're all from the same like class. Well, you don't really know that in the first teaser, but the first teaser comes out on Instagram, and a whole bunch of kids are like leaving their houses in the middle of the night, and the cops are like getting bombarded with questions of like where are our kids at and what's going on, and like all the kids just like run away from their house like with their arms out. Creepy. I was wondering what the hell was going on in there, and then the trailer comes out, and you get a little bit more information. They are all in the same class. All these kids escaped their houses for some reason because of like a demon thing.
We don't know.
We have no idea. But
my initial reaction was 2016 memes style, like Naruto running. It's like, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I immediately can't take this part seriously.
The director saw a video of like an anime kid running in a high
through
school.
a library or something.
And was like, Make it happen.
Yes. Just remove the backpack.
Let's have all the kids do this. But I didn't realize that weapons in this movie were the same thing. I saw Josh Brolin and Julia Garner cast in something called Weapons, and I was like, oh, it's about like a military conflict or something in the Middle East. Mm-hmm. No, it's a demon movie.
The bushes need oil, and that's what this is about.
Yes. Bushes love oil.
They do.
Yeah.
Shout out Billy.
Shout out Billy. Anyways, looks interesting. I don't know.
Yeah, so I...
And scary.
Yes, scary indeed.
There's a little kid that looks at the camera and smiles, and that invoked a feeling in me of Dawn of the Dead. There's a little like one of the very first intro scenes.
Not to be confused with Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead is a good movie. Also scary for me because zombies are.
Are you serious? Oh
scary.
my god.
Anyways, hey, in a movie called Dawn of the Dead, the very intro scene is the little girl gets bit outside,
Yeah,
and
same
then
rating, right?
yeah, and anyways, mom and dad are like sleeping, and like little girl is like standing next to the bed, and they're like, "Oh my god, honey, what happened?" And she like attacks both of them. Anyways, fuck that. If I ever have like a kid standing next to my bed and I wake up, I'm punching that kid right in the neck. This ain't going down that way.
I was wrong.
Anyways, seeing that kid smile at the camera like that reminded me of that moment.
Quite scary.
I was brought back right into it.
Yeah,
Scared.
it's well documented at this point that we well, I'm gonna rub myself in with you, but especially you are weenies when it comes to anything remotely scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I this one for me seems more thrillery, and for whatever reason, have really been gravitating towards those recently. Mm-hmm. So I will be watching, I think.
I just find it so easy to sweat any other way. I'm a man of size as it is.
Yeah. If you wanted to sweat, you'd walk up a flight of stairs.
Yeah. If I wanted to sweat, I wouldn't be sitting on my couch right now. You know what I mean?
Did you see, before we move on from this, kind of an interesting one and very unfortunate for those involved. Jordan Peele, this script was shopped around like crazy. There was a huge bidding war for this, and Jordan Peele tried to get it.
For Weapons?
Yeah, for Weapons.
Really?
Didn't get it. Ended up firing his agent because of this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he lost the bidding war.
Wow.
Yeah, that's... sorry, guy.
Sorry, that's shitty.
Damn.
Do you think that Julia Garner is going to get a little bit of the Pedro Pascal treatment?
I don't think... No. I think right now she is... See, I don't think Pedro Pascal really suffered from typecast. I think that she...
Well, I don't think... I'm not saying typecasting.
Well,
I'm just saying it's going to be in everything.
Let me... I think that she's trying to... Okay, well, then maybe yes. But I think she's definitely trying to...
I'm shocked that it's taken this long.
She's stretching the acting legs a little bit and letting people know that she doesn't just do a great...
redneck little girl.
Yeah, redneck accent and screaming and...
Ozark was a phenomenal show, and
really
and Julia Garner was incredible at it.
Yeah, no arguments.
And I am surprised that it's taken this long for her to like become newsworthy, like her being cast in something. Because let's face it, she's Charlotte Ball in this new Fantastic Four movie that we're going to see in a month, and now we see her in another movie coming out. Like she's already got her next movie booked before, you know. I'm happy for her. She's a great actor.
Yeah, truly. She's definitely one of those where I'm like, it's kind of cool to see her get more roles. Mm-hmm. She definitely deserves it. She's a great actress. So definitely going to be watching this movie. Yep. Probably with my eyes closed.
Probably. You know, my secret, and the secret actually is if you're a weenie like we are, if you watch the bottom of the screen, they can't tell.
Okay, good to know.
You look like you're watching the movie, and you're really not.
Yeah, okay. I might have to try that one out. Is that like you don't want to make eye contact with someone, so you look at their forehead?
Kind of. But the thing is, you're just looking at the bottom of the screen and focusing so hard, so even if anything happens, you're looking away.
Where do you look? Say you're driving at night, right? Mm-hmm. Like a back road or something, and someone's got their brights on, and you're flashing them. They're not turning them off. Where are you looking?
I go straight ahead.
Straight at? You're not like looking away and then looking back?
No. I'm just going, I'm focusing... like on the pinpoint, the very distance.
I'm a like front of the hood guy. Like
really?
I can't. Yeah, because at least I don't know. There's no really right answer because you're blinded no matter what. But according to the driver's exam, you should glance off to the right and then look back.
Yeah,
that's more dangerous.
That seems dangerous to me.
Anyway, I have anything for you.
If you notice, my eyes don't really open that far normally, anyways. So I don't think
squinty.
that I'm a very squinty guy.
Well, you got those fucking windows on.
Yeah, I got these bad boys, which you'd think I'd be just suntanned all the time, but I don't think it affects me that much.
I think we need to give a special shout out to the comment section, specifically on TikTok. Thank you for our names. Yeah, I am Hat Guy, which apparently...
Thank you for finally giving me something other than Jew.
that guy was just mad, and I'm just apparently slightly prejudiced towards that culture.
Yeah, that's fine. Which is fine.
Hey, to each their own.
I'm just happy finally somebody gave me something. So, anyways, I'm Windows. What's going on?
Shout out Windows, and of course Stripes, who can't be with us this week.
Yeah, Lance.
Nothing happened to him. He just got a fucking dog, I guess. Please roast him in the comments.
Yeah. So he said we were originally going to film on Monday, but he said it was his only day off, and he really needs to be home with the puppy, so he couldn't come and make it to the filming.
Yes.
So
he
that's
also
why
hadn't watched the movie of the week, and he also didn't really do any research. So honestly, he'd be dragging us down.
Yeah. So just a small point of contention here. This week's discussion topic is going to be something else. It was going to be, and next week we'll get into this.
Yeah.
But next week we were discussing Omega level Marvel threats, and I'm very excited about it. So if you are into that kind of thing,
if you're a Marvel fan, please join us. I was gonna say fanboy, but girls can listen too. That's fine.
If you like Marvel and you want to talk about the villains, let's fucking do it next week. Anyways,
please.
Hey, there is a movie that flew under the radar. 100%. It looks incredible.
I'm a sucker for a good Western.
And yeah, you and me both, brother.
310 to Yuma? Give it to me. On a plate.
Unholy Trinity with Samuel L. Jackson and Pierce Brosnan.
Talk about a A1 cast.
Just stellar. Stellar casting.
Oh, yeah.
And under the radar, hey, guess what? It comes out next month.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
I
haven't seen a lick of information about this. I haven't seen a teaser.
Nothing.
And then we just randomly get this full trailer? What's going on? Either this movie is going to suck so bad that they don't want anybody to know about it, or they dedicated all of their money to the quality of the film and nothing to marketing. Which I'm okay with both.
Wait a second. We might have just made a huge error. IMDb says Unholy Trinity came out in 2024, but the trailer was just released.
Are we going to have to cut this out because we're going to sound so fucking stupid?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
Wait a second.
The last
YouTube video that I just watched was Unholy Trinity.
Yeah, it says 2024.
Okay, guys, hear me out.
Wait, no, it's a Joe Blow Movie Network posted one for Unholy Trinity 6 days ago.
Yeah, something is happening with this movie.
What's going on?
The amount of research I've done for this movie is very little because I didn't know it existed. Also, if you give me Samuel L. Jackson plays Western. I mean, he was incredible in Django Unchained.
This is definitely coming out soon. I think you had it right the first time.
So it says 2024, which is crazy.
I think it's wrong. It must be a typo because the trailer just came out.
Okay. We're going with it's launching next month.
It's coming out maybe.
Yeah, hey, I'm excited for this because you put Samuel L. Jackson in like an old school Western like themed whatever. He plays it so well.
Oh, he's really good in Hateful Eight.
Incredible, the Hateful Eight. And he essentially looks like he plays the same character.
All sass.
All sass and a little bit of ass.
And a tiny bit of investigator.
Yeah. And then hey, you got 007 himself, Pierce Brosnan.
One of my earliest memories of
Pierce?
Yeah, is
Say Miss Doubtfire.
That, but also No Time to Die. No, not No Time to Die. Excuse me. Die Another Day. Excuse me.
Oh yeah,
that's the one with Halle Berry.
Yep.
And
still a top 3 Bond girl.
12-year-old Jacob was like, I don't want to play with these toys anymore. That was crazy. I watched it at my grandparents' house like 4 times. I was like, this is what being an adult is like. Sign me up.
See, here's the thing. I said this last week, and I got to know.
You also said. You said like 7 years old. That's criminal.
Okay. Anyways, sorry. 12-year-old Jacob was excited to see Halle Berry in that like bikini scene coming out of the ocean.
I can remember the color. Orange.
It was orange. Great scene. 7-year-old Zach saw Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sarah Michelle Gellar, and I Know What You Did Last Summer. I didn't know it was happening, but I knew I liked it.
You were 7 years old?
That's when that movie came out. Yeah.
99?
Yeah.
Jeez. Fucking old, man.
Oh, wait, no. 99. Sorry, 9-year-old.
Wait, it actually came out in 97. So you're right.
To be fair, I don't remember if I watched this when I was 7 years old, if it was like, I don't know, 15 or 16.
Yeah, true.
I might have watched it later. Either way, I know people don't remember what you said. They remember how you felt. And in this case, I was horny.
Jesus Christ. My soon-to-be in-laws are going to listen to this and be like, what is going on?
This fucking guy is a wild card.
Yeah.
Every once in a while you need one, guys.
That's right.
Hey, anyways, depending on what happens with Unholy Trinity, I want to watch it. Even if it's out right now, I want to watch it. It looks great.
Yeah, well, I might have to dabble on, look around.
Yep.
Look around after this. Last and final trailer that just came out, Honey Don't. I think that came out today.
Yeah.
This is the May 8th. So shout out Chris Evans, Aubrey Plaza, and Charlie Day. Household names at this point, and I'm very excited for that one. It looks pretty cool. Also, Margaret Qualley.
Yeah, pretty much everyone who's been in those what's his face's movies?
Yeah, No Country for Old Men. Why can't I think of it? The Coen Brothers. Yeah. So
the Coen Brothers are printing stars right now.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, they're printing stars.
They're just plucking them out of the
obscurity.
Ether and just, hey, you know what? You're gonna be a star now. Yeah, so I'm freaking amped to see this movie. It's got a little not Uncut Gems, Righteous Gemstone vibes a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, it's got some No Country for Old Men because there's it's an investigation to some degree. I really like those the movies where everything's kind of just out of reach.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're chasing this thing that you can't quite catch, but I feel like this is kind of the vibes.
I also
you can't prove it. You know something that has happened, but you can't prove it yet. I feel like that's it.
Yeah, Margaret plays like some kind of an investigator, it looks like. Mm-hmm. And so she's going after what would appear to be Chris Evans' character.
Yeah,
and
she's investigating some sort of murder.
I don't think that Chris Evans gets the credit for being as good of an actor as he is.
Yeah.
But because he's Captain America, right?
Well, it's because he's done so many huge IPs, franchise movies.
Yeah. But
I mean, he was great in Knives Out.
I keep telling you've got to watch Gray Man because he plays such a good anti-hero. Like, okay.
I mean,
let me take that back.
Have you seen Snowpiercer?
No, I'm going to. I will see Snowpiercer.
His drama acting chops and that is
good.
Just very, very good. I was going to say To Die For, which is
but Chris Evans plays like a really good asshole. Like, you like him, but he is a prick in the movie, right? And so
does he have a buzz cut in that too?
In this movie, no. In this movie, he does not have a buzz cut. In Honey Don't, he doesn't have a buzz cut either. But he looks like he plays a big old asshole. But it's kind of like it's hard to root against him because he's the asshole that gets shit done, kind of. In Gray Man, he plays the same kind of character where it's like, look, the CIA needs to get somebody killed, and they don't really worry about anything else.
Is he like a Jason Bourne type character? Except he remembers stuff?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Also, his IMDb page says V in parentheses after Chris Evans. What does that mean?
Is he the fifth Chris Evans?
Is he the fifth?
Really? I know his dad's like a dentist or something because I've seen an interview where he's talking about he's like, yeah, I was cleaning my son's teeth or cleaning somebody's teeth, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to go see Captain America this weekend. And he's like, yeah, that's my son. I don't know.
Yeah, anyways, Chris Evans is great.
Maybe this is a Mickey 17 situation where this is the fifth Chris Evans.
Oh, maybe.
Who knows?
I still haven't seen that. I didn't think it got great reviews from you guys. So
there could be 30 Mickeys, and I wouldn't watch it again.
Okay, I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Well, hey, the movie Honey Don't looks good. Again, Aubrey Plaza, she's just phenomenal in pretty much everything that she does.
Yeah.
One of the things I watched this week was Agatha All Along. I watched 3 episodes again. Just it's not great, but it's fine.
It's unfortunate you watched that instead of the Andor episodes. I gotta be honest, that's infuriating on a level that I can't describe.
Here's the problem: is that I can turn on Agatha All Along. I've watched it already, and I can do other things while I'm doing it. So I was filling up a 75-gallon fish tank and starting to cycle stuff.
That's what Friends is for me.
Yeah, so I was just doing stuff. Also, I have a algae bloom happening right now, so dealing with that.
Nerd.
Yep. Anyways, this isn't the Fish Podcast. Back to the fucking movies.
Yes. So, a lot of cool trailers this week.
Yeah, I'm excited for it.
We kind of came into this thinking there wasn't really anything, and we just watched them all before, and they're pretty good. I think, want to see them all. So we're gonna do that. Yes. Should we get into the movie of the week?
You know what? I feel like that's going to take up the majority of this time, and we're already a little over half an hour, so let's get after it.
Let's get it.
Yep.
Movie of the week, as we've already mentioned, was Thunderbolts Asterisk. You know what? I think we should do a spoiler part and a non-spoiler part.
Yes. Okay, so if you... In post-production, we will put
We'll give you some time codes.
Yeah, we'll put some time codes in there.
Yep,
If you
skip ahead if you don't want to listen.
would like to skip ahead, we will have a spoiler-free section at the end here where we just give you your thoughts, give you our thoughts about it, and go from there.
Yeah, because there are some pretty interesting spoiler things that I would love to mention, but I don't want to ruin it for you. So if you haven't seen it, go ahead and skip to the time code below, and yeah.
Yeah. Hey, man, what were your thoughts?
I went in with a very neutral, which is, expectations. Because so many times, especially these Marvel movies recently, I ultimately can toss up my negative feelings about them to my own expectations. I've mentioned it before. You can very easily become a victim of your own expectations. So I wanted to avoid that at all possible. I knew that there was a lot of hype surrounding this movie. I wanted to love it as much as the people pushing for it say that they did. So I went in pretty neutral. And I got to say, I gave it an 8.4. I thought it was fine.
Oh, it went up.
Yeah. I think right after, I gave it some more thoughts. There was a lot more.
Ironic, because mine went down.
Really?
I'm going to leave so for those of you who care about reading, I have a review. It has spoilers in it on the website. So shout out tripletakepodcast.com. I gave it an 8.1 on the review. I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to mark it a 8.0.
Really?
Yes.
Just a C.
No, it's still technically a B minus.
80's B minus, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Technically a B minus.
Common Core, huh?
I went into this movie knowing that it wouldn't be bad. I thought, look, I've heard too many good things about this. And typically if you watch, of course, all the YouTube, Marvel guys that I watch, they get the movies before anybody else. And they're all talking about, we're back, essentially. So I went in knowing that
Marvel's back.
That I wasn't going to be disappointed.
There's a lot of Marvel dick writers.
There are.
That's what I was really worried about was that.
As much as I love new rock stars, they dick ride pretty hard. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, but you do. If you watch this, I'm sorry.
We like them. We like you.
We like
your
you,
opinions.
But you're wrong about Miss Marvel. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Those energy fists. What were
sorry.
they thinking?
But no, I went in knowing that it wouldn't be bad. And I assumed that it wouldn't be as good as everyone was saying. I knew it wasn't a 94.
Yeah.
I knew it wasn't a 94.
Pretty
and so I
big grain
really
of
wasn't
salt.
disappointed. The only thing I would say that I was disappointed in was the ending.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, it's hard to stick a landing. I totally get that. There was a lot of buildup, but in a way though. Okay, see, I thought I'm kind of rambling at this point, but I thought a lot about it before the pod. The movie goes about the way you would expect. You have this ragtag group of unwantables, unwanted heroes. So you have Yelena Belova. Did I get that right? I think I did. Red Guardian, her dad, and Winter Soldier. What's the Ghost? John Walker, U.S. agent, and then what's the last? Taskmaster.
Taskmaster, yeah. Blink and you miss her.
Yeah, no kidding.
That actually was one of my favorite parts of the movie.
Really?
I thought, so I wasn't a big fan of Taskmaster in the MCU. I just thought that the setup was really dumb and how it was Black Widow.
They meant well, but not well executed.
Yeah.
Pun intended.
If they would have actually fleshed out that character a little bit, I think Taskmaster would have been cool because she was great in the comics, or he was great in the comics. However, making Taskmaster a girl that was meant to be... Black Widow went to assassinate this girl's dad, and the girl happened to be in the room, and the girl survived, and then became Taskmaster. That's not what happens at all in the comics. But if they would have just fleshed out that character a little bit, I think we would have liked her more. And so, spoiler warning, she gets fucking capped in the head out of nowhere in pretty much the opening sequence. And I thought that was very fitting for her character.
What's crazy to me, this is a little fourth Wally, but she's still in all the promotional stuff.
Actually, there was a trailer that launched at the very beginning with she was superimposed, like the very last fight scene when they fight Bob.
Oh, like when they're coming up the elevator? Is she like in the elevator or something?
No, it's when they're standing off against Sentry.
She's I know what you're talking about. It's an image. Yeah.
And then another trailer thereafter, she was not there. So they honestly didn't care enough even to pretend.
Well, like, yeah. I mean, if you watch a trailer kind of intelligently too, like honestly, you could watch it unintelligently, and it's like, it's very obvious that she is
dead,
not there.
Yeah,
there's a lot of scenes where it shows them all, and then I don't know. Did they think that she was the villain? Maybe is that what they kind of thought people would think? I don't know how they thought people wouldn't pick up on it.
So I read that originally they had wanted John Walker to be the villain in this.
I did see that, but it didn't test well or something.
Didn't test well.
Yeah, I don't know. But no, I mean, overall, I thought the movie's fine. Like I said, there was just a lot of build-up. It kind of, in a way, though, they tried something new, which I think was good. I don't think that they quite stuck the landing, but I think that may just be kind of a side effect of them trying something new. Like, I think the expectation building up to the movie was like this big, huge reveal of someone different, or one of these characters killing somebody, or I don't know. There's just being like this big bad ending, final fight scene in the third act. We really didn't get that.
So I think okay, let's back up.
We did, but we didn't.
All the setup leading to the end was phenomenal, and then the end kind of just falls apart. And so I'll read my my closing statement here at the very end of this, but all the buildup is great. The little breakout scene is phenomenal. The meeting Bob I thought was great.
There's just enough like lighthearted brevity, humor stuff.
It felt like a Marvel movie. And going into it, it felt like a Marvel movie. Like it felt like
but it wasn't like a quip off though.
No.
It was like everything was tasteful and well done, and I
really
genuinely enjoyed.
I really liked John Walker's like little bit of like shittiness that he adds to almost everything that he says ends with Bob.
Yeah, well, Bob calls him an asshole 3 times.
Yeah, Bobby. So I just thought that was phenomenal. Having
Bobby Boy,
having Red Guardian, excuse me, having Red Guardian in there, pick him up in the limo. That was fun.
Oh, I loved that scene. Yeah.
That was great. Arguably one of the best scenes in the movie is like the Terminator ripoff, essentially, with having Winter Soldier come and grab that shotgun, cock it.
Oh, that was sick.
That was sick. That alone, it's worth a watch to see that. That shit is dope.
So it's the scene that you see in the trailer, but you see the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it's just so good.
Essentially, there's like an escape, right? And the Red Guardian goes to save the Thunderbolts, and he picks them up in the trailer, and then all of a sudden 3 Humvees come out of nowhere, and they're like, step on it, and this limo is from like 1997. Yeah. This thing ain't going nowhere. The Humvees are they have like AI operated guns, so they're like shooting off the top of these Humvees.
Yeah.
They're
trying to melt this 2 Buick LeSabres welded together.
Yeah. So out of nowhere, Bucky Barnes comes in with his motorcycle and obliterates one Humvee immediately, obliterates the second Humvee, and then drives up alongside the one Humvee, grabs a shotgun from the guy who just ripped out of the window.
Yep.
Grabs it, shoots the front end winch, grabs it with his arm.
Yeah, that was sick. That
and
was
then
so
sticks
cool.
into the ground. And man, that was so cool. And the reason is because he wanted to save the last mine for the limo.
Yeah.
Because up until this point, he was like, I have to go.
Well, he's got this like fucking Nerf Frisbee gun.
Yeah.
That murders people. But yeah.
He used that in Winter Soldier, the movie. That's what he used
it
against
sticks to the bottom of the vehicle.
The bottom of the vehicle.
You're right.
Yeah, he used that thing again. So anyways, I thought that was really, really cool. The problem that I have with it is that we are starting to get into this whole like Omega level like threat mutants. And I didn't feel like Sentry, aka Bob, you find out that Bob has been he's taken a super serum that is 1,000 times stronger than they gave to Captain Rogers or Red Guardian or Winter Soldier. He has the power of like, what do they say, 100,000 exploding suns or something?
I don't remember the line, but something like that.
He's insanely powerful.
Dude's OP.
In the comics, he actually, this has been a debate for a long time, but it's not a debate in my opinion. It was Sentry v Superman, which one would kill the other. And Sentry comes out on top of that every time. He can absorb power, and there is no limit to it. So he can absorb the power of a sun if he needed to. Like, I'm sorry, but
in case it comes up.
Superman goes away. In
case he needs to do that, yeah. It's just
I just didn't feel like Thunderbolts with, like, they make a joke of it in the movie where they're like, what are we going to do to this guy? Punch and shoot? Like, pew, pew, bang, bang? Like, what are we doing here?
Self-aware, kind of, yeah.
So, what are we doing here? In the comics, you get the New Avengers, and you get the New Avengers after Civil War. Mm-hmm. That pretty much happens immediately, and then Sentry comes in a little while later. It just seems like the timing was a little bit off, but anyways, you get towards the end.
We're not doing a very good job of non-spoilers.
Well, no, this is the spoiler section.
When did we start?
At the very beginning. At the very beginning, we said this is a spoiler section. And we're going to, once we get done with this section...
Oh, jump to the next one.
Jump to the next one.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If you don't want to give... Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we're talking spoilers right now, and then we'll say whatever the time is. You'll put that time code down.
I gotcha.
And then somebody can just pop right over.
I thought we were going no spoilers, then starting spoilers. That was my bad. Anyway, okay. Yeah. I'll have more stuff to say then.
Okay. Anyways, hey, give me your takes.
I thought
do you have 3 of them?
Oh, yeah, triple takes here. I thought that... So, Bucky is a congressman in this movie. He's Congressman Barnes. I thought that amounted to almost nothing.
He's been a congressman for 6 months.
Yeah, and apparently he's not well liked. He's not good at it.
No.
I think the only thing it really did, and I think it probably served its purpose, and I'm just kind of, grabbing on it.
He doesn't read the packets.
It's like he wants to serve his country in a way that is like within the realms of the law, and to do that would be to become a congressman and have the what would you call it, like not metahumans but like superhumans to I don't know, is the point of him being a congressman to represent superheroes or like what, like aside from a dude just needing a job, like what's the point?
So the Avengers are no more, and his super team is gone. I think the reason that he becomes a congressman is because he feels like this is the only thing that like the country needs right now.
This is how he can.
This is how he can help.
Do good.
He can't fly. At the end of the day, he is just big, strong.
Yeah.
Right. A little bit surprising that they would vote Bucky Barnes in Congress, considering what he did to Shield.
I had that thought as well.
I mean, he was.
They got all the bad guys. They're gone now.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that he's on record Black Ops murdering lots of people.
Lots of people.
But that wasn't him. That was
no. His past
mission report.
The movie goes pretty deep into like mental health, and in the comics it also.
Which honestly, they have the mental health background of pretty much every character except for Bucky, which I was totally fine with. We've gotten pretty much all of that already.
I will argue with you on one point, but continue.
I see. We've had Falcon and the Winter Soldier is all about his bad past. The Winter Soldier itself, all about its bad past. Mm-hmm. Shit that he's done, shit he can't fix, shit he doesn't remember. So I think that like the whole haunting thing is, I think it's been done with, and I'm kind of glad they didn't rehash it.
So there is a scene, and this is at the very, very end, obviously. So, anyways, the whole thing with Sentry and the Void is that they are 2 pieces of the same puzzle. Mm-hmm. They are the inverse of each other. You have Robert, who is the Sentry. Yeah, he is the Sentry, and he is also the Void. When you take the super serum, it not only enhances like your abilities, but it also enhances like all the other aspects of you. Mm-hmm. And so if you have, like, for instance, with Captain Rogers, he is just thoroughly through and through like a good guy, and he doesn't really have any problems. And so there's nothing for it to really enhance.
Just a good guy from Queens, Brooklyn, whatever.
If anything, it enhances his he's really good at military strategy, and he's really confident in himself and his abilities, and he has 0 fears.
He could do it all day.
So it enhances that to like a god level, essentially, right? With U.S. Agent John Walker, he is unsure of himself, and he jumps to conclusions, and he shoots his way out of the solution. That's the way he fixes the problems, by shooting, right? So that the super serum enhances that. With the Sentry, you have a guy who has severe mental health issues, and so the serum, which is stronger than with Rogers, it enhances that mental health issue. And so you have the Sentry, which is like the utter good, and then you have the Void, which is the utter evil.
Yeah, enhance and not in like a make better way.
Yeah.
Like enhance as in multiplies its effects.
Yeah, to the nth degree. So, anyways, when the Void takes over, he just shadowfies people, and they get sent to the Void, which is like the Shadow Realm essentially, and people live out their lives reliving their worst memories, their most traumatic memories, right? So, for the most part, you see Belova,
Lena.
You see her just reliving like the most traumatic experiences that she has.
Yeah, like Red Room.
Yeah, the Red
stuff.
Room, all that good stuff. But with Bucky, you don't get to see any of that, and you just get one funny quip where he's like, "Yeah, I've been alive for a long time. Used to, do a lot of things, so mine was great." I wish we would have just got to see like one little bit of his.
Yeah,
which it's fine. We didn't because that scene was too long.
Well, yeah,
the dream sequence was too long in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It was just I think it was just they had so much to unpack.
We could have had one less scene with Elena. The part where like she's clearly just drunk in the bathtub.
Well, we didn't get much either with Ghost. Like her stuff really wasn't fleshed out at all.
No, Ghost had like 12 minutes in the movie.
Yeah, I mean, which sucks because I really enjoyed her character.
I do like Ghost a lot. Also, shout out, she's the one who kills.
Just absolutely pops Taskmaster.
Pops Taskmaster in the face.
I do like because at the beginning, whenever she took her sword, like shoots her in the forehead, she's done. Right, it gets turned into some Kentucky Fried whatever.
Yeah, she is toast.
She's gone. Picks up her sword before that and then leaves. They escape the what is that place called? I forget what it's called. I don't know, some underground bunker thing.
It's an underground bunker for like, it's not CERN, not CERN.
Not CERN.
It's an underground bunker for something. It's like
it's for what's her name? Allegra something whatever the hell.
Yeah, in the comics it's what they actually so in the comics it's called something different, but in the movie they have to like rename it for some reason because it's not actually around. The Green Goblin momentarily takes over like with Doom in the comics.
Well, it's Valentina's Ox.
Ox.
That's what it is. It hit me.
So Ox because Oz was a thing in the comics, like Oscorp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
But so yeah, I thought for sure we were not going to get a payoff to her taking the sword. I thought she was just like essentially souvenir.
Yep.
Love like taking shit. She ends up cutting something at the end. In one of the end scenes, I can't remember what she uses it for, but she does use the sword, and I was like, "Hey!"
Oh, yeah, no, she cuts that the bed sheet in half or whatever, right?
Something like that. I don't remember. Oh, it's whenever I think Sentry or the Void has like them wrapped up against the wall, and she like rips it out. I believe.
Yeah.
I think I don't remember.
Anyways.
Also, it's really the Void stuff. The rules. I mean, they didn't really make any rules, right? But like.
Well, in the comics, the Void is like...
I just want to know what they take with them. Clearly, she was able to take the sword. If they're in the Void to negative realm or whatever the hell.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, something like that. Can they just imagine weapons or something? I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
Is Jordan Peele there?
I think they're just making up rules now.
Yeah. It's... which is fine. I'm okay with making up rules. And honestly, I'm okay with breaking them if it serves the story well.
They call those plot devices.
I don't like plot devices that give me crappy stuff.
Yeah.
And honestly, for the most part, this movie wasn't that. I thought the movie was pretty good. Like we said, the only real gripe was where it felt like the whole time we were building to something, and the payoff was just not really.
You do get to see like a cool little fight scene with the Sentry versus the Thunderbolts. The Sentry is effectively a god. He is all powerful. This guy, when it comes to like the hierarchy of like Marvel superhero and villains, the Void is on the like top 10 list of like all-time villains.
Super bad.
Sentry is definitely on there as far as like the all-time good guys, right? So he's incredibly strong.
I really liked the build your own superhero aspect of everything, where they were like workshopping marketing devices and logos and stuff like that. The only thing that I don't even think this is the right way to say it, like that took me out of it. The one thing that I just didn't really like was whenever they were their like explanation for the blonde hair. I thought it would have been cooler if it was like, oh, he's so powerful that his hair is blonde now.
Well,
pure energy or some shit like that.
So that would have made sense because he can manipulate matter and reality.
Oh, okay.
Only on a local level. So like he's not Franklin Richards where like he can manipulate an entire galaxy.
Yeah, well, it ended up being Valentina being like, tested well.
Yeah, it would have been cooler if like you saw him being like, I don't like blonde. I'm gonna go brown again, and it just changes.
Yeah, that would have been cool.
That would have been cool.
Honestly, the cast was phenomenal. I mean, pretty much everyone except for Louis Pullman as Void / Sentry has already been in other projects. I just think everyone acted the shit out of this movie, and it was really good. The one standout for me, if I had to choose one, has to be Red Guardian. Thank you, David Harbour. He played the I'm just excited to be here guy so well.
So good. No, the only thing about the movie that I really didn't enjoy was like the whole we defeated the Void with the power of friendship type thing.
Yeah.
So essentially at the very end, you have the Void comes out to play. You realize that with the Sentry becomes the Void, right? So the Void is turning Manhattan into nothing. It's just all going black, and all of your superheroes are inside of this dream world. And then they all just like start hugging Bob, and that stops the Void.
We love you, Bob.
Didn't love that. I thought it was a little bit dumb because in the comics it does something way cooler. Essentially, you have this guy named Robert Reynolds who just walks up into the Baxter Building.
Okay.
Yes? Yeah. Anyways, just walks up on the Baxter Building and talks to Mr. Fantastic, which is weird because nobody can walk into the Baxter Building. It's got like a dome around it. You can't just go in. Anyways, he's like, hey, I know that you don't know who I am, and I kind of only know who you are, but you need to watch this video that you made of this forever ago. It'll explain everything. Essentially, like back in the 60s, the Void came out for the first time, and the Sentry came out for the first time, and the Void was so overpowered and started killing so many things. Like he decimated 1 million people in New York, like in an instant, essentially. Mr. Fantastic created a device, and they put it on top of the Avengers Tower, and it made the world forget that the Sentry or the Void existed, and that's how they defeated the Void. So they,
but doesn't Sentry help do that though? Because he knows. I thought that was something about.
No, so you actually have this thing happen where the Sentry is doing his thing, and he keeps seeing stories of like the Void. And he's like, oh my God, this Void guy is such a problem.
That guy looks bad.
He is no good. We have to go find him and destroy him. But then he has this memory loss problem where he's like, I have no idea what happened.
So like as long as he doesn't remember it, we're all cool?
Yeah. Okay. So effectively what takes place is Mr. Richards decides to build this machine, and it makes everyone forget that the Void or the Sentry were even around. And then they turn the machine off, and the Void comes back within a matter of days. And then they're like, oh, fuck, we forgot. We have this device.
Shit, we didn't pay the power bill.
Yeah, shit, we got to turn this thing off. Also, fun fact in the comics, the Hulk, this is the only thing the Hulk is scared of. The Void breaks every bone in the Hulk's body.
Good to know.
Yeah,
okay.
Just fucking and this, I'm talking like, I think it's World Eater. Is that World Eater Hulk? World Decimator? King Hulk? Whatever the hell it is. The Prime Hulk.
You tell me, Doug.
Just manhandles him. The Void is like near unstoppable.
Okay, so the one I have one over. The biggest question I have of the whole thing is, so his name's Robert Reynolds. Mm-hmm. How do you choose whether you're going to be a Rob or a Bob?
Or Bobby.
Or Bobby. Or Robbie.
Or Robbie. I got to be honest, I'm not going to say that ever again. Robbie. No. I got to be honest. I'm working on it. Damn it.
Once you find it out, or like once you feel it. Yeah.
I don't think I've said that once this whole time.
I got to be honest. No, you haven't.
Oh, shit. Anyways, I was doing so good.
How do you, further question. How do you decide whether you spell it? Why is Bobby spelled with a Y typically? And then Robbie is an I-E.
Well, Bobby with a Y is boy, and B-O-B-B-I-E is typically the girl version. I think.
Oh, you are correct.
Yeah, because
you've said it with enough confidence. I'm not going to question.
Yeah, I'm right. Tell me, comment section.
Yes,
how wrong I am.
Dude, there was of all the comments on the last one. Mm-hmm. So I got to be honest with you. I half agree with your last week's
which one?
Theory on Cap being dead after Thanos punches him in Infinity War, and then he turns the time stone back or whatever, all that shit. I think that it was
fixes continuity problems.
Yeah, but if your theory opens up more continuity problems.
You think so?
100%.
Okay.
Strange uses the time stone to turn back the apple when he's first figuring out how to use the Eye of Agamotto, which is the time stone, right?
Mm-hmm.
He turns back the apple and then turns it back again. Like it's whenever he's like experimenting at the what's
You
it
can
called,
have it
Taj
so
Mahal or Taj something, whatever.
He also fixes all of downtown Japan
A couple times.
a whole bunch of times, and on when he's in with.
The point of that though is that I think you can isolate, and I think that's what Thanos was doing. I think he isolated, Vision, and then turned him out because also Wanda is there, conscious and alive, and not being affected by the time remapping or whatever.
Realistically,
the other side to that coin, though, and I will let you rebut this or rebuttal. I can't remember who got wrapped up on the ground. Black Panther or somebody got wrapped up with a bunch of vines.
Black Widow, I think, right?
Okay, Black Widow. That's fine. Yeah. And then Hulkbuster armor with Banner in it got pushed into some rocks.
Yeah.
And then he ended up being okay. How did he get out of the rocks? Did the reality stone just wear off when he left? That's my
I think, in reality, it's more fun to imagine my theory being true.
There's a lot of people in the comments that were like, "This is cool enough that I'm just gonna let it fly."
Yeah, I think it's a cool theory and probably one that the Russo brothers should have just went with. This is what should have happened. Now, in reality, we are talking about comic book movies, and so what probably happened...
So not much reality actually at all.
What probably happened is that, okay, I think throughout this entire thing, Thanos could have killed... Thanos can't die because Mistress Death won't allow it. The whole reason in the comics that Thanos is trying to kill so many people and send her so many souls is he's trying to impress her because he's in love with her.
But I think
he won't let her die.
I don't think MCU Thanos is like that at all.
No.
I think MCU Thanos doesn't like killing people unless it serves a purpose.
So it would have been way better if they would have just stuck to what was supposed to happen, which is he can't die because she won't let him because she says you're banished from hell or from the death or whatever, right? Doesn't want his soul.
Some sort of afterlife.
And so, so he sends her more and more and more and more souls to try to impress her till he loves her. He wants to be with her forever, right? So that's why
dude's down bad.
Yeah, down bad. So that's why all these superheroes are after him and he's just not going down because he physically can't. Unless he goes after a real big bad, in which whatever.
Okay.
But when reality, probably what happened is that he's using the gauntlet to do all the things that he's doing. Mm-hmm. He turns back just the area with Vision in it, grab the Soul Stone, and then he vanishes into a little portal, right? Mm-hmm. When he vanishes, he probably it all snaps back to reality. Because he's been pretty much fair that he wants it to be equal, unlike it's a random chance, 50-50. Either you go or you don't.
Yeah.
Everything in the universe. And he wants that snap, and he wants to have nothing with it because he goes straight to the farm after that. Mm-hmm. So probably that's what happens. But I think my point was fun. It's more fun.
No, I agree. It's more interesting, and it's just like a headcanon thing. I was like...
Yeah, it's fine. Look, either you like it or you don't like it. I think it's a fun theory, and we just move on.
If only it were that simple on the internet. Yeah.
But hey, anyways, Thunderbolts.
Does the gauntlet come with a manual? How do you figure out how to use the time stone? Because all he does is go like this.
So I think it imbues you with so much power that it's just intuitive.
Yeah, it just knows how to do it.
Yeah, I think it's just intuitive. Otherwise, how did Tony Stark know how to do it?
That's fair.
You're making wishes.
Went like that.
That's fine. Hey, anyways, Thunderbolts.
It's the Aladdin lamp.
Yeah, it's the Aladdin. Did you ever try to rub it the other direction? Thunderbolts is good. It's fine. I'm going to give it an 8.1. I'm going to say a worthy addition to the MCU that sets up big things ahead, but could have used another half hour to truly soar.
MCU is back.
Yeah.
Is what you're saying. That's what I'm hearing.
The MCU is back. I'm excited for Fantastic Four. The after credit scene, I wasn't floored by.
Oh, I was.
I'm excited for it.
Or which one?
Oh, no, with the Fantastic Four ship that shows up.
Oh, I was
okay,
floored.
So the post credit scene.
If my seat could have reclined, it would have been all the way back.
The post credit scene is so they're all sitting in Avengers Tower, and Friday, his voice comes over the overhead, and she's like, "Hey, there's an intergalactic, whatever."
Was
ship.
it Friday?
whatever. It's some AI voice. There's a ship entering Earth's atmosphere, and it's from another dimension. We don't know what this is, and they're like, pull up a satellite image, and it's the Fantastic Four ship. They're clearly escaping their universe into ours because either A, their shit got rocked in, or B...
So I'm going to blow your mind here a little bit.
I want to say B first.
I'm going to blow your mind. Did you count how many fins were on that ship?
4.
Do you know how many are in the Fantastic Four trailers?
3.
Yep.
Different ship?
Different ship. We may have the numbers backwards, but... No, yeah, 4 in the trailer, 3 in the...
I'm going to have to go back and take a look.
Or 4 or 3, I don't know. I'm getting hung up on the details here.
Okay.
I think it's somebody else.
I think that Thanos is after Franklin Richards.
Actually, I don't know if it's...
Galactus is after Franklin Richards.
Is that his grandson?
No, it's Franklin Richards is
The
Reed
son?
Richards' son.
Okay.
And Sue Storm. He's a reality warper. He's arguably like this third most powerful.
You say it like it's just like his 9 to 5. Is that... What's a reality warper?
He can change reality on a multiversal scale.
A reality warper? Yeah.
Yeah.
Marijuana?
Yeah. No, he can wave his hand and like make things
I
change.
think narcotics do the same thing.
It does.
Yep.
To an extent. For like what, 6 hours?
Couldn't tell you. I don't dabble.
Neither do I. I'm a big old fucking square.
Weenie.
Anyways, hey, that was Thunderbolts.
Wait, I have one more point.
Oh, sorry.
Actually, I have 2.
We need to also do a spoiler-free version of this.
No, we don't. If the movie is fine, go watch it. That's the spoiler-free version. One of my favorite scenes is when they're all in that, like, right after Bucky captures them and has them tied up. And he's like, I don't know what's going on, and just makes the phone call, and they're all just like, it's Bob.
Bob? And there's Bob, how many times with this guy?
Yes.
Okay,
yeah.
Spoiler-free version, I'll do it in 2 minutes. All right, Thunderbolts. Opens up, Yelena Belova.
That's a spoiler. You don't know what spoiler-free means.
She's in the trailers. Anyways, she's doing her own stunts in this fucking movie. It has a phenomenal beginning. It's got a real fun little couple action sequences. You get a couple characters that come in and they do some cool stuff. And it kind of falls off towards the end. And you get a really big bad and big good at the end. 8.1.
But both are not a surprise.
No, not a surprise at all. It's a good movie. Go watch it. I am disappointed that it was only $76 million at the box office. Shame on you people for not watching this movie.
Yeah, spend your money.
Yeah.
Keep Disney rich.
Spend it.
Anyway.
Okay. Hey, should Disney make a Vader film with Hayden Christensen?
This one might be pretty quick, honestly, because no, they should not.
You don't think so?
I don't think they should.
I disagree.
I think all the Vader movies are the Skywalker saga.
Okay, if you want to get big brain about it.
Oh, huge, massive.
Yeah, okay. I think that it would be really cool to see what he's doing fucking around between, like right after Rogue One.
See, that's the problem with Kenobi for me is like the only thing that is redeeming about that is the Vader and Kenobi stuff. Everything else in that is terrible. Yeah. All the Reva stuff is bad. All the Leia stuff is bad. But like the Inquisitors and the cool shit with their Star Wars version of the Raft is cool, and like that. I just wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more. Just give me some more. I think that might do a disservice to the character at that point. I like the not knowing so much.
Hear me out. What if it didn't do a disservice to the character?
Yeah, I mean, it had to be done really well, and I think they would have to have a really nice budget, and I think Tony Gilroy would have to be attached in some way.
What if, and hear me out on this, what if George Lucas himself came back? Disney said, we got to call in the big guns. George will pay you $1 billion.
Yeah, all of our sports bets have not hit. We need you to come in and fix it for us.
Do something with Darth Vader. Tell one of the 1,000 books that have been written about him. Do one of these.
Or even the comics.
Yeah, just do something.
Yeah.
Because he's a badass character, man. Give me something.
I'm surrounded by dead men. You ever seen that? It's just like the comic clip. He's just like...
Oh, yeah.
He's like something about fear and dead men. Mm-hmm. And it's, yeah.
I'm surrounded by both.
Well, he's just like... I want to know... The only thing that I would be interested in is figuring out why he talks different than Anakin. Is it just because he's sad? Because there's this huge shift from
It's
the way
face
Anakin
mask.
is quippy and, has like these witty moments and, gets mad and gets his limbs cut off and all that. But then he gets the suit and the dude's just a
Husk.
just a shell of himself.
Well, I think he says it best himself. He's like, the old Anakin's dead. This is what remains.
Yeah, but does that mean he gotta not be funny anymore? Did his sense of humor die as well?
Yeah, probably.
Did he store it in his left leg?
It's when you cut off both legs at the thigh. That's when they go away.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Did you know that all your funny exists just right under your kneecap?
Well, man.
That's where the funny bone is.
Oh, man, that got smoked, man.
That's where the funny bone is. Hey, I'll be here all week, folks.
Funny bone is right here.
Is it?
God, you are so confidently wrong so much. I don't understand how you do it.
I don't know either. I've been skating by for years on this.
Yeah, I didn't know where you were going with that. I thought you were playing off my joke about his funny.
Confidence alone will succeed.
Until it doesn't.
Until it doesn't,
I gotta be honest. That seems like where we're headed.
Anyways, but yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Hayden come back to do some more. I think he deserves it. I did see a funny, interesting thing where it's like Star Wars is appreciated like 10 years after.
It's aged like milk until it becomes delicious sour cream.
Yeah.
Or butter? We'll say butter.
The original, okay, so the three movies came, like the original three from like the 70s and 80s.
Those weren't ever like poorly received though.
No, the first one came out and it was a massive success. And then I don't think the third one was received that well off the rip.
So for whatever reason, I'm getting actually May 4th was the other day. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm getting a lot of pushed old videos from like the premiere of like Return of the Jedi, and a lot of people are like, "Man, I just want to see what happens to Luke. Man, he's just crazy. It's gonna be awesome." Or like whatever. And then they show him like afterwards, and they're like, "Freaking great, man! It was awesome. It was so cool." Everyone says "man" in the 80s, which is cool.
Man.
And then it shows this one guy. He's like, "I thought it sucked."
I thought it sucked.
It's like, oh, okay. So. Some people thought it was bad.
Maybe we are just like...
people love to hate things, though.
They do love to hate things. And I think Star Wars fans specifically love to hate on things. And so you have... Like,
I mean, at times, I'm one of them.
Yeah, for sure. The prequels came out and they were not well received, but now they're like,
I think it's also a generational thing. Because you and I grew up with the prequels. The first movie I ever saw was... I want to say Attack of the Clones, because for whatever reason, my dad only had The Phantom Menace and Attack of the Clones on DVD.
Never bought the...
Didn't have Revenge of the Sith, which is mega unfortunate because of those three. It's by far and away the best.
I would call it blasphemy.
Dude, I'm kind of a Attack of the Clones apologizer at this point.
I am. I love it. I love that movie.
If you can fully, and I know it's a huge ask, I totally understand. If you can fully get over and set aside how whiny and wooden Hayden Christensen's Anakin is in that movie, and look at it more from the lens of like just a lost teenage boy, it's not a bad movie.
What, you don't like the sand monologue?
I
hate sand.
It gets coarse.
It gets everywhere.
Yeah, it's rough, of course. Yeah, we understand. You can smooth wood with it. I don't know. It's got one of the best scenes. He like surfs this pear-looking like snuffleupagus thing.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
and then falls in the grass and rolls around with Natalie Portman. I mean, like, who doesn't love that?
It's a good movie. I really enjoy that movie. It does have some weird, cringy scenes.
Dude, it's also got like Man of the People Kenobi, where he goes goes to the diner with Dex.
Oh yeah,
I love that scene.
The whole like Detective Kenobi scene.
Yeah, dude, Kenobi is the best Batman we've seen.
Yeah.
He's the perfect detective.
Yep.
Except do you know that like they never really figure out that Sifo Dyas is Tyrannus, who is Dooku. He says their name, but they never put it together. They never figure it out.
Nope.
Which is one of the cooler things I like about the Clone Wars. But
well, it's all been removed. But yeah.
Well, the other so I feel like I watch it once a year. Probably I rewatch all the Star Wars.
Oh sure.
Dooku straight up gives Kenobi an out. Like, literally, they could take on Sidious at that point if he would just believe him.
Yep.
But he's so clouded by, he's bad guy. I'm not going to listen to him, obviously. Well, it's sort of like Bond villain. I'm going to spill my guts to you real quick. Here's all the things. Here's my master plan. But in kind of like a spun way, and like
Yeah.
where he's like, "Join me, we're gonna fix all this."
Yep.
There's a bad guy. I know who you're looking for, and then Kenobi's like, "Nah, "Fuck you,
Yeah,
idiot."
fuck you, you idiot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna believe you.
What are you? What are you?
We think I'm that stupid? Yeah, no.
Gosh.
It's like I'm like yelling at the TV.
Yeah.
Like every time I watch it now, it's like no. Or the same feelings I have whenever Mace is about to kill Palpatine and Anakin's like, take that arm.
Yeah, I was watching in the theaters and that happened, and I was like,
Fuck.
do you ever watch things and like how it's going to play
Oh, it's like
out?
watching Titanic.
Yeah,
That boat's sinking no matter what.
yeah. Same. I mean, ironically, just like Game of Thrones. So I've rewatched Game of Thrones probably 20 times now, the whole series.
It's so
And
unfortunate.
every time I get to the last episode of the final season, I think this time they're not going to let.
They're going to choose Jon Snow.
Yeah, they're
Please.
not. It's not going to be Bran. I'm living in a different timeline. It's not going to be Bran. The best. He has the best story. Anyways, I do that all the time, and it just never works out.
I love how they just like kind of, poke at him too. He's like, he's in a wheelchair. Bran the Broken.
Yeah. Bran the Broken. Maybe I can find your lost dragon.
The only thing that I think we could benefit from a Vader movie is just obviously more lore and mythology.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because that's truly what I think people that like sci-fi and just things like Star Wars is because of those two things, lore and mythology. It's cool to have extensive fake old history. Like I love that shit.
Yeah, and it even goes as small as like one character mentioning one little thing, and it's like, ooh, that connects this over here,
Yes.
and then that means that this is connected over here, which they're, you know what I mean? You get to go
I actually
so
had,
deep dive.
I had that exact thing. So I'm rewatching Clone Wars right now.
Yeah.
So you know the Clone Force 99, which is
I don't.
excuse me, I lied. Okay, let me start over. Rewatching the Clone Wars.
Yes.
Domino Squad.
Got
Which
it.
is Fives cut up.
Yep.
Echo, Heavy. I think there's another one. I can't think of his name. But so the three episodes that follow, they're like it's rookies, clone cadets, and or cadets and ARC troopers. It follows like their entire like military like rise, and then some die and whatever. In the rookies episode, they're on this moon, and they're like on this outpost. They've just graduated clone cadet training or whatever, and they have like this hologram radio station come on.
Yeah.
And it's like it's just like kind of poking fun at the this song goes out to whoever you are on this planet somewhere, and the chick that does it, the robot chick that
The mud
says
jumpers.
that says the mud jumpers on Mimban.
Yeah.
Which is it's the planet from Solo.
Yep. No,
And
we talked
they're
about this
in the
last
mud.
time. Yeah, they're in the mud. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
We talked about it already?
Yeah. You said
Oh.
you called your buddy what's his face?
Yeah, I called Jesse and I was like,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
Yeah.
An 8-year gap. I mean, that's just like
Speaking of your buddies, hey Matt, it's on when I see you.
Matt doesn't watch this. But it's so cool because like I love finding those little teeny. They're like Easter eggs, you know.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I really enjoy those things. And so shout out the mud jumpers of Mimban.
Yeah. No, it's just all it takes is for one character to mention a little thing, and then us lore guys just go crazy for it.
One thing I would really like to see, actually, which I don't know, it's probably been explored in other medias. I would like to see him because like this whole Anakin's whole motivation to turn to the dark side, right, is to save Padme. He wants to cheat death.
Yeah.
I would love to see more of him trying to figure out. Because you got to know there's like, I mean, she's dead at the end of Revenge of the Sith, right? And he knows that, and he says no really loudly, and then gets upset and, crushes all the shit.
Yeah.
I would love to see, you have to think that in the back of his mind is like, I can still save her. Like, I can figure out a way to bring her back.
Yeah.
Especially throughout Clone Wars, because you've seen the wishes of Dathomir cheat death. You've seen a few different ways that people who are gone can come back.
Well, there's literally a Sith Lord that is dead, but because of his willpower, he just lives on.
We talking about Bane?
No, not Bane. It's Zol or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We're getting into that extra shit I don't really know about.
Real deep into the Sith lore on this one, but there's one Sith Lord who like is essentially a Sith zombie at this point. Like his body is falling apart, and he only dies because at one point he's taking like so much damage at one time he just can't regenerate himself.
Well, yeah,
fast
I
enough.
mean, even Darth Bane, like we see Yoda kind kind of like commune with him and
Mm-hmm.
his like trials. That episode towards the end, like I want to say it was like season 5 or 6. We see him. There's a couple of different times where, and you just get that kind of that weird kind of like hokey stuff, which honestly I wouldn't mind seeing more of, especially to see like Anakin and Palpatine trying to like figure out how to solve the problem of death in the Star Wars universe. I think that would be pretty cool. That'd be really the only thing I'd be interested in seeing.
I'm looking for who the hell the Sith Lord, Darth Nihilus.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Darth Nihilus.
he's from Old Republic.
Yeah,
Knights of the Old
he
Republic.
essentially just like is destroyed. But no, I would love to see more so than a Vader series. I think that so we talked about this last time. Plagueis is alive in episode 1.
Yeah, right up until
Yeah.
Palpatine, until Sheev gets the senator position.
Yes, he is alive. So the reason that he dies is Palpatine kills him when he gets drunk enough. They're celebrating.
Well, he kills him in his sleep. Yeah,
He kills him in his sleep, but they're celebrating Palpatine getting elected to being a senator, right? So they're celebrating because like the plan's going so perfectly. They get shithouse drunk, and then Plagueis falls asleep, and Palpatine kills him in his sleep. That's the whole thing that happens. I would love to see some more about Plagueis because Plagueis was dope.
Yeah,
just a really cool.
Yeah,
villain.
really, anything with him would be cool.
Yeah.
But that's just like a timeline thing that just really wouldn't line up if we're getting another.
No, we need to see
prequels.
Then at that point,
Yeah.
You know?
See, like that's the problem I have with the current Star Wars situation is like we're filling in a lot of teeny gaps.
Yeah,
at
let's
this point.
let's go somewhere else and find.
Let's either. They
Old
were headed,
Republic.
They were headed in the right direction with Acolyte. I
Yeah.
I just don't think that they stuck the landing.
No.
There was a few things that were interesting choices to say the least. I didn't mind the television show. I'm probably gonna get raked over the coals here, but I don't think it was as bad as a lot of people let it out to be.
Kill him.
I was really interested in the helmet guy. What's his name? Can't fucking think of his name.
I never watched Acolyte. I gotta be honest.
You didn't watch it? I think you should watch it just to see what we all had to get put through. In a lot of the ways.
Oh, okay.
In
Just
a
so
lot,
I can be right there with you guys in your
yeah,
sadness.
In a lot of ways,
Okay.
the Acolyte and Kenobi are similar. Like there was some good stuff if it wasn't drugged down by the bad.
I'm gonna finish Andor first because I need to go out on a high note, and then I'll let myself get disappointed by the Acolyte. But I would love to see a Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Give me like the video games went into some cool
Dude, there's
stuff.
there's some cool shit that's going
Yeah.
on. Did you play any like Survivor or Jedi Order Fallen Order games?
No.
So Jedi Survivor, the most recent one, there's some crazy stuff, crazy connections between old Republic and then now, and like people come back and are like revived and shit. I'm trying to think of what that guy's name is.
I'm gonna argue with you.
I thought that Survivor was really good.
Star Wars Force Unleashed was incredible.
Yeah, see, I don't like. He like kills Luke in that.
He's a beast.
Yeah, I don't.
It's not canon, but it is.
I mean, it's cool in that regard.
It's
but yeah,
such a cool thing. And we're gonna go off on a slight tangent here, but my favorite thing about the Force Unleashed is that you're meant to play through it once to get all your Force powers, and then the developers were like, "Now, after you've beaten it once, play back through on the easiest setting because they're like, we want you to feel like you're overpowered."
Who's saying this?
The developers of the game. So once you have like your arc or your chain lightning can like chain to like 15 people, he's like, go in there and just decimate 400 stormtroopers at once.
Yeah, go commit genocide.
Just feel like you're like on beyond reproach. Just obliterate everybody.
Thank you, Sam Witwer.
Yeah,
Sam Witwer, for that.
It's great.
Great role that you have.
Hey, let's wrap it up with what we're watching.
You read my mind.
I'm here for that.
Yeah, so I'm still loving John Hamm. Love that guy. Your Friends and Neighbors is heating up. I really like the show. You need to get on it.
I have.
You started it?
I have. I'm on episode 4.
Oh, so you're right there. You're caught up, I think.
Am I?
What happened?
Okay, just kidding. I'm on episode 3. I just started 4.
Okay, so she came to his house.
She came to his house and he just like had a beer on the porch with her. The cast is great.
Wait, are we talking about Lou or the ex-wife?
The ex-wife?
Has Lou come to the house yet?
Which I don't know.
The watch selling lady?
Oh,
she shows up with the sister, right? Or is that episode 4?
I think I just cut out when she was like, "Hey, what's going on, Coop?"
Yeah,
That's when I
she's like at the
stopped.
dinner table.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I just cut out at that point.
Oh, shit's hitting the fan.
Yeah, I really like the cast. I love Olivia Munn. I know that she's a lunatic in real life, but I love Olivia Munn.
Yeah.
I've known her since
She's kind of a lunatic in this too.
Yeah, she is. But so when I was a kid, I watched G4TV.com a lot, and it was this video game channel, and she was on a show called Attack of the Show. She got her start from she put a whole bunch of hot dogs in her mouth all at once to see how many she could do. That's how she got her start, right there.
I was gonna guess that she had a bunch of hot dogs in her mouth, or was it WWE?
She was just a hot chick that they talked about video games and stuff, and then she got a whole bunch of random nerd parts because of her time on Attack of the Show.
Good for her.
It's really cool. But John Hamm is very good in the show. I will give you one thing I don't like though. The intro is terrible.
Oh, I like the intro.
The intro doesn't. The visuals.
There's more butt cheeks than I thought there would be.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. The intro doesn't match the song that's playing.
I think that the wine at the end is blood.
Maybe.
No, I like it.
I don't fully understand the intro.
I actually just watched it last night for the first time fully, though. So
okay,
yeah, no.
They kind of went slight severance with it a little bit on the animation part. I think.
Yeah, kind of hints of the plot within it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The anime. Yeah. I just don't like the intro, which is fine. I mean,
I thought it was fine. It's aggressively fine.
It is good. It is good.
I also caught up on the studio. I hate that this has been on my list every week for the last 3 weeks, but it's just the shit I'm watching right now.
Did you watch Accountant 2 again?
No, I just removed it because that was from last week.
Okay.
Yeah, studio. Are you caught up on the studio?
Nope.
Oh, well, shout out us liking the studio because it got renewed for season 2 and 3.
Ooh, wow, 2?
Yep.
Holy cow.
They were very confident.
Holy cow.
It's good. I wish I could chat about it more with you without spoiling.
I will hop back in. I feel like things will slow down for me a little bit next week.
Yeah, the most recent episode takes place at the Golden Globes, and there's just
nice.
Really funny thing that happens, and Adam Scott makes an appearance, and
really?
It's good.
Okay.
He plays himself, obviously.
Well, of course.
And I bet it's just oh, you're on this Apple TV show. You should be on this other Apple TV show.
I really hope that Adam Scott's a good guy in real life.
I think so. He's got the vibes.
I just.
But you know what? They act for a living. They could be pieces of shit.
I think they're all probably pieces of shit. Let's be honest.
To some degree.
I just wanted to be a good dude.
I feel like I want to like the comedy guys more.
Yeah.
That have gone more the dramatic route because I think
I've lost a lot of respect for
nicer.
Seth Rogen. I can tell you that.
I don't know if I ever had respect for Seth Rogen.
I just thought he was originally.
Oh, I'm the big weed guy.
Yeah.
I got curly hair.
I've lost interest in
Evan
Seth.
Goldberg writes my movies.
Sethy. I just don't.
It's fine.
I don't care. I don't know. But I did like the 2 episodes of the studio that I watched. I just haven't had a whole lot of extra time between I'm trying to catch up on Andor really bad.
Okay, yeah, I got to talk about Andor a little bit without spoiling anything. I watched Andor. I'm totally caught up.
Yep.
The last 2 releases, I did not watch them all in one night. This Andor episode chunk, this Andor arc, this most recent Andor arc, was some of the most anxious I've ever felt while watching a television show. Breaking Bad levels of anxious.
Really?
Yes, as I'm watching and cuz you know what's coming. It's not spoiled, but this major thing is going to happen and people aren't going to make it out. And we're whittling down on characters, and I know some people got to go. Yeah. Because I know who's in Rogue One. I know who's still here.
I love how we know what happens. We know the ending.
The fact that they have made this level of interesting for something that has a predetermined ending is truly just honestly good. Congratulations.
It's great writing.
Tony Gilroy
killed it.
Deserves some key to some city. I'm not saying
we need Tony Gilroy to do more Star Wars stuff.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I saw something yesterday
where he repeatedly says it will never happen again.
Yeah, that's. I don't know.
What does that mean?
I think hear me out here.
Money wise, scale wise, both.
I don't. Disney tried for years to make Disney Star Wars movies and TV shows. Okay, and then they were like, these aren't working. Let's make an HBO Max Star Wars TV show. And then Andor came out of it.
I don't see. I would like to think that amount of planning happened, but I really don't. I think it was a massive happenstance.
I think that they were like, hey, if you look at who's killing the TV game right now, it's HBO Max or Max, whatever. I think they were just like, what would Max do? And they did it.
Yeah. I mean, what I like about this, though, is that it could be really anyone. Actually, you know what? I probably thought that in the first 6 episodes.
Yeah.
It could be some random rebel at this point. But the fact that it is Andor, and now things that are happening in these newer episodes where it was said at the beginning of the season that you're going to look at Rogue One and potentially A New Hope in a different light, and just from a different point of view. That's absolutely true. The stuff that happens in this last episode, God, I wish you would have watched it.
I promise you, I will watch this week.
Piece of shit.
I will watch this week, and next week I will be totally caught up, and we can totally talk about it.
I also watched.
You know what's interesting that's not on your list?
What?
The Last of Us.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it. I have nothing good to say about the last episode, man.
How to kill a TV show.
Okay. Look, I'm not like I'm gonna get called a bigot or some shit in the comments. Okay, I just don't give a shit anymore.
Don't worry about the blue hairs. Who cares?
This show, I'm off it now. I'm off it. You know how? I mean, I was all on the high horse last week praising 9 o'clock HBO show it on Sunday. Like that's my jam. I love it. I love looking forward to it. Can't fucking do it anymore. It's not good anymore.
Not with this one.
Some of the shit that happens with with Dina and Ellie, and I mean, we knew some shit was going down. We knew people were going to be pregnant. We knew that stuff.
To be fair, as a guy who has not watched this season, but does know about the games, because I did spend a little bit of time on the being pregnant is it happens in the game, but it goes down differently in the game.
It's just it's so unserious.
Do
you know what line I'm talking about?
Yeah,
where she's like, we're gonna be a family. I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm a dad now.
It's like you're a lesbian with a sleeve tattoo. Okay, I don't care.
Yeah, I just don't care.
I don't care. I may have to cut that little part out for this to do any amount of numbers, but it's I'm talking clips. I'm leaving it a long one. Fuck it.
Blue hairs come after us.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, I think at this point now it's
just not believable.
I sent you.
I don't mean to cut you off. I'm just a little bit passionate about this now. Yeah. Dina is attractive. Okay, first objectively a good-looking person. Okay. Mm-hmm. Ellie is not, and I'm sorry. Okay, it's nothing personal against her. I have no problem with her. That doesn't make any sense to me that they're attracted to each other. Like there's she's out of her league.
Preach, baby.
I don't understand.
Preach. I get it. No,
who are they pleasing for this? I mean, besides, I'm spraying left and right. That's how upset I am.
I don't know what they were thinking. Look. You have a game to just copy the motherfucking game.
That's all people want. I don't care.
You have a roadmap. Game of Thrones first 4 seasons. You have literally a roadmap. You can't fuck this up. Just do what was in the games, damn it.
The light at the end of the tunnel is that we got some pretty A1 casting coming.
Yeah.
And we got a glimpse of some of the WLF stuff, which is like the other faction that's in Seattle.
You didn't respond to what I said. I sent you a message on Instagram with I'm gonna be a dad, and I said, there goes the other 50%.
Oh, okay.
Of like the watching.
You want to know why I didn't respond to you? Probably one, because I didn't see it, because I communicate outside of Instagram.
It's fine. No, well, hey, I just saw the reel.
Are you gonna send me a Snapchat?
I'm
nearly 28 years old.
I'm not on Snapchat.
Good, thank God.
Don't you fucking say that to me.
The only reason I still have Snapchat is one, because that's the only way to communicate with my buddy Chad, and two,
that's easy. Write those people out of your life.
My almost wife is on it still, and she sends me shit, which honestly she can do.
To be fair,
she could text me the photos.
Yeah, just write those people out of your life.
She's lucky I love her.
Yeah, write those people out of your life.
Kick her out.
Get out of here. But no, I saw a reel on Instagram, and it was Ellie's face saying, "I'm gonna be a dad," and I saw that, and I was like, Well, there goes the other 50% of the viewing. Because if you didn't lose him with Joel dying, you're going to lose him now.
I see. Like, I think people were nitpicking over the Joel dying stuff. Like, I mean, we knew it was coming.
Yeah, that's fine. I praised them for doing what was in the game.
Yeah,
I didn't think they were going to.
And then
now they do this, and I'm sorry, you lost most of your audience.
I'm just out. I'm out. I also watched Fight Club. It still is great. Shout out David Fincher.
That ending scene.
Oh, I just like the Pixies.
Just so good. Okay, I watched Andor. Again, I said I like how if TV shows do like, look, you get 3 episodes to start and then you do an episode every single week. I like that. It just feels it feels right. It's what HBO does. It just feels right.
I miss I miss like talking about the one episode for a week.
I do. Otherwise, there's a lot that goes on in 3.
Well, it's a collective. And everyone's kind of talking about it. It's buzzing, you know?
Look, if you're going to do 3 episodes, release them earlier. 3 hour-long episodes is a big ask for people that have to get up in the morning.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock.
At 9 o'clock?
Come on. No, I totally agree.
I mean, that's a lot. I'm sorry. So anyways, I'm on episode 6 of Andor. It is a phenomenal TV show. We talked about it a little bit at the beginning where Val just decimates this little kid for getting her girlfriend killed. You know?
Cinta?
We love it. And for those blue hairs that are upset about what we just said about The Last of Us, we're a big fan of Val.
Yeah, I like Val and Cinta. I thought their shit was fine.
Yeah.
They're great.
You know what the difference is? Good writing.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, that's the problem. I also watched Your Friends and Neighbors. Again, we talked about this. I like that show a lot.
Thank you, John Hamm.
I went and saw Thunderbolts twice.
Wait, I have to ask. The wife is the problem, no? The ex-wife?
Yes.
It's all her fault.
Yes.
She's a bitch.
Yeah, no, me and my lady that's why we started watching it is
You needed something together.
We wanted something together. And I said, if we were married and you did this to me, I would probably murder people.
Jeez.
I mean, look, what he's doing is pretty damn tame.
So like the Indiana version of that would be like
not actually going out and murdering people, but like let's be honest here. Like she left him, took all of his things, most of his money,
children, house, his cool grill.
Yeah, he loses everything, and then she expects him to just be cool.
So if Danielle leaves you for like a Comets hockey player, this is what's going to happen?
Yeah, I'm going to not be cool about it. You know,
that's the thing.
I'm not coming over for Sunday brunch.
It's the expectation by like all of their like friends and stuff for him to just be cool about it.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I'd lose my shit.
I'm not going to be cool about it. I'm sorry. It makes that's the stuff that makes a man go crazy.
I stop at murder. I got to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah. Okay. Obviously, murder's too final. Yeah. You want to ruin someone's psyche. You don't want to actually kill them.
If they didn't actually die.
Yeah. But you want to torture them mentally. Mm-hmm. So, but look, that's what makes a guy go crazy is that if he knows that he is in the right 100% and everyone around him is being like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. And it's like, that's what makes a guy snap eventually. Well, and that's why he snaps.
Well, you've seen that scene now at this point. You're on episode 3 where they're at that like house party outside on the porch and he's just like, you guys are fucking dumb.
Yeah, you guys are all assholes. Yeah. Fuck you all.
It's just like, this just happened to be us.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you.
It could happen to any one of you. Would you be this cool?
Yeah.
Because clearly, well,
the line that lady says is like, you guys are doing it right. And I was like, divorce?
Yeah,
damn.
Divorce is right? Okay. Anyways, I watched a little bit of Agatha After All. I restarted it. There is this one little thing that I don't like in the show. Her sidekick just kind of feels like a diversity hire.
I haven't watched it.
Just, you know what I mean? But other than that, it's, you know.
Well, those are gone now. So.
Whatever it is. Yeah. And then I watched The Kingsmen, which, I'm sorry, it is a guilty pleasure movie.
It's definitely not. The Kingsmen,
no, not the King's
Kingsman
Speech.
1?
Kingsman 1, yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I didn't like that
it's just a dumb action movie.
What a cool name. Eggsy.
Also, I like how many random celebrities pop up in these movies.
Yeah, Sam Jackson's in it.
Sam Jackson's in it, and he has a lisp. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, he has a big lisp.
Maybe I'll have to watch that.
And he says specifically, he's like, you people talk so weird to the British, what's his face?
And your breakfast sucks.
Breakfast sucks. Yeah, no, it's a guilty pleasure. I've seen those movies a handful of times. I just like them. Lance is probably watching his stupid dog and probably Probably
I don't
nothing
know,
else.
some Disney show.
Yeah, he's watching
or
some Disney.
some children movie.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it.
That's about all I've got for you guys. Hey, if you liked what you heard, do us a favor, like, comment, and subscribe if you could. It really helps us out, genuinely. And if you don't want to, that's fine. Keep on scrolling.
Yes, doom scroll till your
Scroll till you drop.
IQ is lower.
But yeah, you can find new episodes back here every Wednesday. Check out the website, tripletakepodcast.com. We're going to post movie reviews and news and articles and all that good stuff. And then we've got some TikToks out there that are doing pretty good. So
yeah, thank you, 435,000 of you.
Yeah,
wherever you are. That's insane. That's the population of Fort Wayne, which is where we're from.
Yeah.
Should we give them the address?
No, God, no. But no, for the moderate success we've had so far, we're really excited about it. Thank you guys very much.
Hey, go to the landing and commit some fraud or something.
All right. Hey, we'll see you guys next time. Thanks a lot.
Yep, bye.